Hey everyone, this is Brandon with Freeman's Construction. I'm here in Poway at this brand new custom home and ADU that we're building. We've made a ton of progress since our last video update, which I think that was when we were loading all the trusses. So as you can see behind me, a lot has gotten done here. I want to take you through the house and just show you what's going on. Let's take a look. So behind me there, you saw the entry. This is what we're looking at right now. As I was saying, a lot has happened since we last did a video update on this. All the trusses got stacked, obviously. The fascia got hung. These dormers also got built. Roof just recently got dried in. So no more leaks while the guys are working, which really speeds things up. Everything can just keep rolling along inside. Our windows got put in recently. That's always a fun finishing touch that goes in right now. Starts making this place feel like a home for sure. So yet to be done here in the front is an archway that's going to get built right here in the entry. The front door, rough opening, needs to be framed in, and there's going to be an arch window above that, as well as two windows to the side of the front door as well. So that's still to be done. We held off on doing that just because there was just a ton of moving parts and things that had to come together at this front entry way. I'll take you in here in just a minute and show you, but we needed to hold off on that just to see how it all came together and see what actual size of arch we could fit in there, as well as front door and windows. So now we're at the point where we know, so we can move forward with that. So let's take a look in here. So I'll pan up here and just show you some of this open beam work with this tongue and groove material on top of that. It's beautiful. So this is also the front, right here at the front, and then I'll take you through the house into the back. There's a large covered back patio area that has this same type of detail, open beam work. So let's go on inside, show you what's happening in here. All of our rough trades are almost completely finished up in here. It's called rough, not because they do a rough job, but because this is the beginning part of their portion, which means everything that gets buried in the walls happens right now, and the finish stage of theirs happens once everything is all painted, most of the appliances have been installed, like countertops, cabinets. They come back and put all their finish on. So this is a great room that we're standing in right here. Fireplace is going in here. There's just a awesome vaulted ceiling area in here. I think it's about, gosh, close to 16 feet high here in the middle at the ridge. There's a 16-foot wide stacking door that's going to go in this opening here. 3 of the panels will move from left to right, and they'll stack over here. So this will just be one wide open area. There'll be a 12-foot opening there that just you can be out and open into this back area. Over here is the kitchen and dining room. You can kind of see the island, the footprint of the island, the line snapped out on the floor. This all happens right now so that the electrician and the plumber, everybody knows where that island's actually going to be, so they can set the can lights centered on certain areas. There is a sink going in this island, so we have one center over the sink. And then obviously the plumber needs to know where the cabinets are going to fall, so you can make sure that they come up in the cabinets, which already would have gotten figured out before we poured the foundation. But sometimes things happen and things got to get moved. So walk through here, show you this is like a guest bathroom. Just a single sink vanity here. Nice big shower in here. There's all 10-foot tall ceilings in this house. It's about a 2,900 square foot house, but it feels much, much larger than that just because of the volume that these ceilings and the vaulted area bring. There's a few different areas in this house that have these archways in it. It's a really nice detail It goes good with all the high ceilings. We'll go through here. This is kind of like a mudroom area. It's going to be a cabinet, kind of a bench cabinet that gets put here. Pan back around here. Here's the pantry and the garage. All right, let's go through the rest of the house. Actually, before we do, I want to show you this back patio area, all the really grand open beam work here. Just pan up. So the guys that built this just do a phenomenal job. Every one of those rafters is set into that ridge beam about, I think, 1 inch on each side, so everything's cut perfectly. I'll zoom in here. You can't see one seam. So they do an amazing job at making that just look seamless. So we got another outdoor fireplace here. This one actually doesn't have a chimney pipe. It vents out the front, which is kind of nice since it is outdoors. So there's quite a bit of covered porch area here on this house as well. I'll back up so you can see. So everything obviously under this back patio area, and then this whole wraparound section here all the way over there back to the garage. So each one of these pillars is going to get a box built on the bottom of it, and then a column, a tapered column on top of that. This house is going to be a craftsman style house. You can't see any of that right now, but all of it gets prepped for right now as things get framed and shaped to accept all those finishing touches as we move forward. So let's head back inside the house. I'll show you the bedrooms. I know I've already done this once before, but it's always fun to see the progression of these different steps here. So let's head on into the master bedroom area here. Can't see it too well. There's a piece of plywood. We've got another fireplace right there. Sliding glass door going out to the back area. This is a really nice bathroom here. So got a large deck mounted tub. Here's going to be a jacuzzi style tub. Then a shower here. This is unique to this house. We haven't done a whole lot of these before, but this shower is going to be a steam shower. So the enclosure will go all the way up from this little pony wall to the ceiling. And here as well, the door will not go the entire way up, but the entire shower area will be enclosed to make the steam area work. There's some complex plumbing going on here. It's probably about 20 fittings in that whole arrangement just to make that valve work. What's going on there is we're doing a handheld shower with a hose, and it has a diverter in it for a rain head also. You can see up there. So there's just a lot back and forth to make all that happen. Don't think about any of that when you're taking a nice hot shower, but this is what it looks like when all the walls are stripped away. So the vanity's got a double vanity here. There's going to be a step down or sit down vanity right here in the middle for putting on makeup, I suppose. Like we talked about earlier, that's a very important thing. We got to make sure we do right in these master bathrooms. So let's go back on over here. There's the master closet. I'm going to take a shortcut here through the wall rather than walk all the way around just to show you these other bedrooms. All right, so we're back in the hallway headed to the bedrooms downstairs. We've got a laundry room right here. Something that's unique to this laundry room that we don't typically do, but that's what building a custom home is all about, is you get to kind of do your own thing. Is the master closet is on the back side of this. We're actually going to build a pass-through cabinet right here in this back corner area as like a laundry hamper to dump clothes into a blind corner cabinet. It's going to be right there. So they can put their dirty clothes right there, and they just grab them and toss them in the wash. All right, let's head down here into these lower area of the house. These 2 bedrooms are. Again, a double sink vanity here. There's going to be a tub shower combo here. Bedroom here with closets and another bedroom here. So that's kind of the layout of the house and where we're at with it currently. So next steps, we will be getting roof shingles and all of that going on the roof here fairly soon. For inspections that we have coming up, we have our combination frame and shear nailing inspection coming up real soon. Shear nailing will be first. They check the nailing pattern of all of the shear walls outside and the few that are inside the house. Once we get that, they're looking at, you can see all these nails here that have actually rusted from all the weather, but they're looking at all that pattern for the nails in the walls to make sure they're structurally sound and nailed off like they should be. Once we get that, we can cover these up. This house is getting a combination of siding and stucco. So once we get that passed, we can wrap the house with the house wrap and then get the stucco paper and lath all started. And then after that, shortly after that, probably we'll get our combination frame inspection, which I know I've mentioned before in earlier videos, but they're going to inspect all the framing, all the structural parts of the framing, all these hold downs you can see in the corner, anchor bolts you can see there on the plate, any kind of plate and bracket for these structural members. All that gets looked at. All of the mechanical that's in the walls, electrical, HVAC, plumbing, low voltage. So it's a huge inspection, but what that does for us is that means we can close up, it can insulate and then close up the walls once we're passed with that. So, and then we can rock and roll with insulation and drywall and all the finishing touches after that. So thank you for watching and seeing the progress on this beautiful new home. It's taking shape really quick, and we'll have another video update for you probably once the shingles start going on. That's always a fun, exciting step. So have a wonderful day.